Can I be honest with you about something?
Always.
The first time I had to speak English in front of people, I froze completely. My heart was going fast, my hands were shaking, and every single word I knew just disappeared, gone. Like my brain just wiped itself clean at the worst possible moment.
And you know what the scary part is? You knew the words, you had studied, you had prepared, but the moment someone was actually listening, everything fell apart.
Exactly. And I used to think that was just me. I used to think I was the only one who felt that way. But then I started talking to other learners and I realized something. Almost every single person learning English feels this. The fear of speaking is not a weakness. It is the most common experience in language learning, and nobody talks about it enough.
Until today, you are listening to English Boost Zone. Real conversations, real fluency, every single week. I am Maya.
And I am Jake. And today we are talking about something that no grammar book, no vocabulary list, and no exam preparation course will ever teach you. We are talking about fear. The fear of speaking English. Where it comes from, why it happens, and most importantly, how you move through it and come out the other side speaking with real confidence. If you are new here, subscribe right now. Every week, we make episodes built for learners who want real fluency, not just textbook knowledge. Okay, Maya, let us get into this one.
So let us start at the beginning. Why are people afraid to speak English? Because here's the thing, most learners actually know quite a lot. They understand films, they can read articles, they can write messages, but the moment someone says speak, the fear arrives.
And the fear is never really about English. It's about judgment. It's that voice in your head that says, what if I make a mistake? What if they laugh? What if I say the wrong word and everyone thinks I'm stupid?
That voice, everyone has it, and it's lying to you every single time.
Here is something I want you to really hear. When you speak English imperfectly, when you pause, when you search for a word, when you make a small grammar mistake, the person listening is not thinking about your mistakes. They are thinking about what you are saying. They are following your meaning. They are connecting with you as a person.
People do not remember how perfectly you spoke. They remember how you made them feel. Did you try? Did you smile? Did you keep going even when it was hard? That's what stays with people.
So the first thing we need to do is change the story you're telling yourself, because most English learners carry a story that goes something like this. My English is not good enough yet. When it is better, I will start speaking. When I'm ready, I will try.
And that day never comes, because here's the truth that every fluent English speaker knows. You do not speak because you're confident, you become confident because you speak. The confidence comes after the action, not before it.
Think about it like learning to swim. You can't learn to swim by reading about swimming, by watching swimming, by thinking about swimming. At some point, you have to get in the water. And yes, the first few times you might struggle, you might feel uncomfortable, but every single time you get in, it gets easier.
Speaking English is exactly the same. Every conversation you have, even the messy ones, even the ones where you lose your words halfway through, every single one of those is making you better. Not just your English, your confidence, your courage, your ability to try again.
Okay, so we know where the fear comes from. Now let's talk about what to actually do. Real, practical things that work.
First thing, slow down. This is the one that changes everything for most learners. When fear arrives, we speed up, we rush, we try to get the words out as fast as possible so the discomfort ends sooner. And that rushing is exactly what makes us lose our words, mix up our sentences, and feel worse.
When you slow down, something incredible happens. Your brain catches up with your mouth. The words come, the sentences form, the meaning arrives. Native speakers do not speak fast because they are confident. They speak at a natural pace because they are not in a hurry to finish.
So, give yourself permission to pause. A pause is not a mistake. A pause is not weakness. A pause is thinking, and thinking in another language is a remarkable thing. Own that pause. Use it.
Second thing, have some rescue phrases ready. Because every speaker, native or not, has moments where they need a second to find the right word. And the difference between someone who sounds fluent and someone who doesn't is often just knowing what to say in those moments.
If you need a moment to think, say, "That's a good question. Let me think about that for a second." If you lose your word, say, "Sorry, what's the word I'm looking for? It's on the tip of my tongue." If you didn't understand, say, "I'm sorry, could you say that again? I want to make sure I understood correctly."
These phrases do not make you sound uncertain. They make you sound thoughtful. They make you sound like someone who cares about communicating well. And that's exactly the impression you want to give.
Third thing, stop waiting for perfect. This one is hard because a lot of learners are perfectionists. They want every sentence to be correct before they say it. They edit themselves before the words even come out. And so they say nothing.
But here's what perfect actually sounds like in real conversation. It sounds like nothing because it never arrives. Real communication is messy. Native speakers make mistakes. They restart sentences. They say and actually, and you know what I mean. That's not bad English. That's human English.
And the moment you give yourself permission to be human in your English, to be imperfect, to be a work in progress, everything loosens. Your shoulders drop, your breathing slows, the words start to come.
Fourth thing, find your safe spaces, because not all English-speaking situations feel the same. Speaking in a one-on-one conversation with a friend feels very different from speaking in a meeting or in a classroom or in front of strangers.
So start small. Find the situations where the fear is smallest and build your confidence there first. Talk to yourself in English when you're alone. Describe your morning out loud. Comment on what you're cooking. Narrate what you're doing. It sounds strange, but it works. You're training your brain to produce English without an audience and without pressure.
Then gradually expand. A language exchange partner, a small group, an English speaking class, a conversation with a stranger. Every level of comfort you reach becomes the new floor. You don't go back down. You just keep building upward.
My fifth thing, reframe mistakes, because this is the heart of everything. The reason most people fear speaking English is because they've decided that mistakes are bad, that mistakes mean failure, that mistakes are something to be ashamed of.
But in language learning, mistakes are the whole point. Every mistake you make is your brain discovering something. Oh, that word doesn't go there. Oh, that tense doesn't work in that context. Oh, that pronunciation confuses people. Your brain files that away. It adjusts. It grows.
The learners who improve fastest are not the ones who make the fewest mistakes. They're the ones who make the most mistakes and keep going anyway, because they understand that every mistake is just a step, a necessary, inevitable, valuable step.
I want to tell you something, and I want you to really listen to this. Every person who speaks English confidently today was once exactly where you are right now. Nervous, unsure, afraid of getting it wrong. Every single one of them.
The only difference between them and someone who is still afraid is that they decided to speak anyway. They decided that being understood mattered more than being perfect. They decided that the discomfort of trying was smaller than the regret of staying silent.
And that decision, that one decision to open your mouth even when it's scary, that's not a language skill. That's courage. And courage is something you already have.
You are already here. You're already listening. You are already trying. That's everything.
That's genuinely everything.
So here's your challenge for today. Have one English conversation this week that scares you a little, not a lot, just a little. A message to someone in English, a voice note, a comment on a video, a sentence to a stranger. One small act of courage.
And when it feels hard, remember this. The fear doesn't mean you can't do it. The fear means you care. And people who care always find a way.
Drop a comment below and tell us what's the thing that scares you most about speaking English. Be honest, this community is safe. We read every single comment and we respond to as many as we possibly can.
If today helped you, please like this episode, subscribe to the channel, and share it with one person learning English and struggling with confidence. You might not realize how much that one share could mean to them.
Next week, we're covering how to make small talk in English, because starting a conversation with a stranger is a skill, and we're going to teach it the right way.
Until then, keep listening, keep speaking, keep going. I'm Jake.
I'm Maya.
And this is English Boost Zone. See you next time.